Thank you for joining us on a very special day. It is Mr. Matthews' birthday today. So please help me wish him a very happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Mr. Matthews. Hope he's doing great today.
How are you doing, Mr. Matthews?
I'm doing awesome. I'm doing great today, like every day, and just want to make sure I got our stuff here set up properly. So look, it's let's just say the real boss.
I let him wear this hat for the day.
I told her a boss doesn't have to wear a hat that says he's the boss. Either people recognize that you're the boss, or they don't, right?
Or you got to wear a hat.
Yeah. So today I'm going to talk about some birthday gifts and lessons, that we've got for you guys. So I wanted to share some thoughts about that, how my perspective on this and how I think, some of my lessons, one or two lessons I've experienced in life could be helpful to you. And then also,
you did not give the gift of showing up to work in your birthday suit.
No, I did not show up to work in my birthday suit today. No.
He's going to stay out of HR today.
Yeah. We have abolished the HR department. So, but hey, thanks for on here. A lot of people message me and say happy birthday. So I appreciate it. My birthdays to me always kind of reflective, because one of the things, hey, thanks, Rick. Appreciate that. So one of the things that I think about my birthdays is like all the different stuff that I experienced when I was a kid. And there's one birthday in particular I want to share with you guys my experience and what I learned. What's up, Derek? Derek Vickers. Make sure you guys are following Derek. He does. He owns over 2,000 lots, mobile home space. So you definitely want to make sure to follow him. We also got an interview that's about being done, edited, where we discuss, all those different things. So if you guys are interested in mobile home parks, let us know. So for today, one of my lessons was, look, for those of you who don't know me, welcome to the page, Martin Matthews. It's my wife, Chelsea Matthews. And we talk about personal financial development. I grew up in Liberia, West Africa. I grew up in a war zone. On my 12th birthday, the birthday gift I got was very interesting. I got 2 pieces of underwear. That was my birthday gift.
Which, if you're an adult and a woman, it could be a sexy present.
It wasn't a sexy thing. It was a purple one and like a yellow one that they got me. Okay, so I'll explain to you why they got me underwear for my birthday.
Hopefully not stained yellow.
No, it wasn't stained yellow. It was yellow and purple. A yellow one and a purple one. Okay, so now that brought my grand total of underwears to 3. I had 1 underwear. And then they bought me 2 underwears for my birthday, and then I had 3 underwears. During that time, my 12th birthday, what's that?
Underwears,
yeah, that's what it's called, right? So during that time, so let me get to the story. So during that time, this was a war was going on. So war started when I was 5 years old in Liberia, the country I was born in, and then this is when I was on my 12th birthday. So war has been going on my whole childhood was like filled with war zone, all this different shit like that. And so one of the lessons that I really learned from that is very important to put things in perspective and just look at things in perspective as a whole. So on April 6th, when I was 11 years old, another outbreak of war happened in my country. So when we left our house, I left with 1 underwear, one pair of shorts, and jeans. And then we had a backpack. But in our backpack, we put food in there. We didn't take clothes. We were taking food. So we took food. And this was like over a month later. So April 6th, the war started. May 18th is my birthday today. So on my birthday, so from April to May 18th, from April 6th to May 18th, I had 1 underwear. And I would literally like alternate it. I wear it one day. I wear it one day. I wash it. The next day, I don't wear any underwear. Then I wear it again. Then I wash it again, and I wear it. And then you wash it and you hang it up. You hang it up outside. This wasn't like there's no laundry. There was no laundry mats. There was no. This is in the middle of a war zone, and so we wash it, and I would just wear my boxers, and then I'll wash it again the next day. So that was my experience for my 12th birthday, and everybody tried to make it like a special thing, and they gave me the gift, or everybody was so excited to give me this gift, and it was my 2 pieces of underwear.
But were you excited to have more than one?
I was happy to have more than one. I don't know if excited was the right word, but that day after everybody gave everything to me and said happy birthday, all this different stuff, I went by myself and I cried. I cried because for 2 reasons. One, I was like extremely grateful to have more than one underwear. And then it was like, I was crying because I couldn't believe that was the reality of my life at the time. Now, of course, I was a 12-year-old kid, and I would always wonder, what's up, Philip? Thanks for the birthday wishes. I was always wonder, why was I in that environment? Why was that? What was I doing there? This was in Africa, a war zone. I'm like, I'm just a kid. Why am I in this situation? I always think about kids in America. And I'm like, a 12-year-old kid in America for his birthday, probably get a birthday cake, some toys, even if they don't have a lot of money. Well, Chelsea didn't celebrate birthdays growing up. She didn't celebrate birthdays. But still, a normal thing like that would celebrate. Like they may get some toy, maybe they get a little thing. And so it was like I got 2 pieces of underwear. And it was like a point where I realized that I wanted life as a whole to become better. And I thought, okay, so what gift do I have that I can be a gift to others? And that was kind of my thing. What gift do I have that I can be a gift to others? On your birthday, people give you gifts, but like your life itself is a gift. It's not like showing up and like, oh, I'm the gift. It's like, what are you doing, motherfucker, to be a gift to other people? Like really confronting that. And so that was the thing from that period, and honestly, from my 12th birthday, personally to me, my birthday, what's up, Ryan Perez? Personally to me, my birthday has never meant that much personally to me after my 12th birthday. Because that birthday put things in perspective for me. I'm like, we're living in a war zone. It's like, and it's a crazy, crazy environment and a crazy way to grow up. And here's the thing. We were staying, there was peacekeeping troops, and we were staying on the base of this peacekeeping. There wasn't running water. This was not luxurious or anything like that. Okay. We were staying there in this area that was the mess hall. And it was like a whole bunch of people would sleep on a concrete floor. Mosquitoes would eat you. You get malaria. All this shit was going on. And here's the craziest thing about it. I wasn't born in America. Some of my siblings were. My older sibling and I have some younger siblings that were born in America. Some of our friends there were born in America, who were in Liberia at the time. And the base that we were at, where we're seeking refuge at the time, that's where they were airlifting people from. So if you were a U.S. citizen and you're in a conflict zone, they would airlift you. So I would watch and feel like shit. My friends were like getting on a helicopter and like being airlifted. I'm being left behind in a war zone. And so they would come in here, we say bye to our friends and all that, and we'll go on this helicopter. And the U.S. Marines all came, and like they all brought the MREs, the meals ready to eat, and we were like, oh, this is freaking cool. And then they're only there for like 1 day to airlift everybody. And so people are they go in the line and airlift you, and everybody gets in line and gets in a helicopter, and they fly off, and we like wave at them. And we're like, yeah, we're here in a war. And then they go, and it took them to another country. And then we watched that, like the whole day that happened when they airlifted them. And then I just felt like crap. And I just felt like, man, this sucks that I'm in this situation. So, but Chelsea, you didn't celebrate birthdays.
No, and that's such a good point of what you're saying about how, you're in this situation, this crazy war zone situation. You get 2 pair of underwear and you're thinking, God, if I could just be in America and have birthdays like kids in America. And then here I am in America. I'm a kid crying because I don't get any birthdays. I was raised, my mom was a Jehovah's Witness growing up, and they don't celebrate holidays. I didn't have birthdays, Christmas, nothing. So while I'm looking around at my friends at school having birthday celebrations and getting gifts, I'm crying because I'm like, God, this sucks, but it really goes to show that no matter what situation you're in, and not to say that, oh God, my situation compares to being in a war zone, but it's like wherever we are, if we're thinking about what we have or don't have, or what other people are doing for us or letting us do or keeping us from, it's like there's always going to be something to feel like you don't have, or you're not enough, or, somebody has more than you. But if you take that approach of like, what do I have to offer? What are my gifts and talents to share? What can I contribute? Then really it's like you start to feel so much more powerful and freedom, because you get to decide like what gifts and talents you have and that you want to share. And that really is such a different perspective, no matter what you're facing, no matter where you are, is that to be able to take that viewpoint, it really gives you so much power and really can make you feel so good and have so much to offer, no matter where you are or what you're dealing with.
Yeah, absolutely. What's up, Elizabeth? Yeah, send us a DM. She said should be in Atlanta
cool.
Saturday. So look, yeah, it's my birthday today, and I'm talking about different birthday lessons. I've had so many different so many different things occur on my birthday. Like that's I'll go through different times and share some of these lessons that I've learned from them. But one of the most important lessons was
meeting me.
I didn't meet you on my birthday. Well, it's like
just in life in
just
general.
in life, yeah. But like gratitude around certain aspects of things. And I've never really after my 12th birthday, when I got 2 pieces of underwears, I really stopped expecting birthday gifts. I think it sort of, I don't know if it ruined it for me or it made me recognize some of the important things in life that I'm like, okay, it's great to get a gift, but it's not been as important to me. I've never really been a gift person anyway. So it's like, whether I get gifts or not, it's great. It's nice to get gifts, but that's never really been my thing.
He likes certain gifts.
I like certain gifts. Yeah. So, but hey, Maria, thank you. Thanks for that. She just wished me happy birthday. So my wish for you is that ultimately that you're in a position where you can be you yourself, are living and doing things in a way where you feel you are a gift to others. And it's like, and the way you actually become a gift to others is you work on making yourself so badass, like the baddest ass version of yourself that you can imagine. And then you work on creating that. And that is your legacy, your gift to the world, that you were born. So people are like, man, that dude was a fucking badass. He was a G. So that's the thing you want to, and it doesn't mean like just a guy. There's badass women. It's not just, badassery is not limited to gender, okay? It's like anybody can be a badass, okay? So for one of the things I looked at, and I started to think over the years, who could I develop myself into that I would admire myself? And I was thinking about this question the other day, and I was thinking, I was going to post and ask about it, and I thought maybe I'll do it today and ask, do you love yourself? Like, people don't have to answer that question out loud, but like, do you like actually like love yourself? And like, do you like look at yourself and be like, you know what? I love myself. I admire myself. My dad, who passed away, my dad's birthday was May 8th. He would have been 75 years old this year. He died like 16 years ago. And still today, people come up and tell me stories about meeting my dad, engaging with him, stuff like that. So one of the things my dad said to me when I was a kid, there was some test I didn't do well in school or something like that. And he said, Martin, no matter how hard you're studying, there's always some other kid out there studying and working harder than you. And I thought, I studied really hard for this thing. And somebody out there is studying and working harder than me. And I realized throughout the years that what he said to me had an impact. And I finally understand what he was saying. The person you imagine that's out there working harder than you is in your mind. You then create what you think they're doing. So if I want to get fit and I imagine some guy out there is working harder than me, what do I imagine that person doing? I imagine that person waking up early. I imagine that person not skipping workouts. I imagine that person eating clean. I imagine that person pushing hard at the gym. I imagine that person being disciplined. Every time I've imagined somebody out there who's working harder than me, in my mind, the person always looked like me. They were just a better version of me. So what my dad did was he gave me this gift of having this imagination of somebody that I admired. In my mind, I constructed somebody that I admired in different areas. Now, sometimes you do this in one or two areas. You have to do this in all areas. If you were looking for a relationship and you're thinking, I want to be in a relationship, and you start thinking, okay, who is out there that's having a great relationship? How would that person operate and behave? What would they be doing? How would they present themselves? And then you construct that in your mind, and then you become it. If you want to have the thing you want to have, you got to do certain things, but you've got to become that. That's how you win. You become it. And so I would imagine men in great relationships, they had good communication, they did all these different things. And I thought, if I'm going to become somebody who attracts a good quality mate, if I want that, I need to become that kind of person. So I worked on myself. Chelsea did the same thing.
That's how I met this guy. For a long time, I wrote off relationships. I was like, I don't need a man. I had all wrong relationships, all wrong guys. And I was like, screw this. I don't need this. I can be mom and dad to William. I could take care of myself. I don't need no man. And then when I started thinking about, wow, there was one day I had this epiphany that how I was really cutting off a piece of, for me and for William, really having something that was missing in our life was a healthy relationship. And so I started thinking about well, I know all the things I don't want. I don't really know the things that I do want. I guess it would be the opposite of what I don't want. And so I started focusing, and that's the problem, is so many people are so clear on what they don't want, whether it's in life, business, relationships, money, whatever. And the only thing you're clear on is what you don't want. And then you just are focusing on that and attracting it. So I started thinking, okay, what would I actually want if I was open to a relationship? And I wrote down all the characteristics and all the things that I wanted in a relationship and a person to be in my life and William's life. And then it hit me, oh God, I got to become the person that would attract that kind of person. I can't just expect everything and be willing to give nothing. And so I had to really put the work in, just like Martin is saying, what would that person be like? What would they do? How would they conduct themselves? And so I started really working on myself to become that kind of person. And literally instantly, it was over a year that I was really getting clear on what I wanted, who I wanted, and in creating, becoming that person. And really it was right away when that happened, I met Martin. And something that I admire so much about him is I always wanted a relationship that I could be in business with somebody, that I always was really into personal development. I always wanted to improve myself. I wanted to know, what am I capable of? What's my potential? How much can I do? And I wanted somebody that matched that. Any relationship before, that was always a struggle. I was always trying to get somebody involved in some business I was doing or personal development. And it was never a match. And so when Martin and I really started talking about what are our goals and dreams and what do we want to accomplish in life, it was so aligned that I knew he's who I was looking for, because he's somebody that I can grow with. And we are always looking to grow and improve and expand ourselves. And so I really admire that, as much as he's accomplished and as amazing of a person and man and dad that he is, he always wants to do more. And so we will never like outpace each other, because we're always pulling each other up, cheering each other on, and pushing each other to do better, be better, and have better.
Yeah. So, and says 2020 visionaire says self-love is key. Yeah.
Oh,
taking
okay,
us
okay,
what
okay.
time-
Thank you.
time
Yeah.
is. So look, absolutely, man. It's and we push each other more. She probably pushes me harder than I push her, because I'm probably a little bit nicer to her than I need to be.
He's very nice.
I'm nicer to her than I need to be, but she's not. She's tough.
I'm
She's
not
tough
very
on me.
nice.
She's not very nice. She's tough. She will like push and push and push, and ultimately it's to
He
become
loves
better.
it, honey.
Not all the time. No. You just got to be honest, dude. It's like the reality. It's if you can't be honest with your spouse, who are you gonna be honest with? If you can't be honest with yourself, you know that many people lie to themselves. It's the biggest thing. I've lied to myself before too. I've lied to myself and told myself I was doing better. I've lied to myself and told myself I didn't want certain things I wanted. I lied don't lie to yourself about what you want, what you need are, but ultimately lie to yourself about what you can and can't do. That's one of the biggest lies we tell ourselves. Oh, I can't do that. In your mind, you may tell yourself that you can't do something. You can do way more than you're doing. And that's why I don't like for me, I like words of affirmation. For some reason, that's positive to me, because I had dualities when growing up. My mom would whip me all the time, and I would like be rude or bad or whatever it is, and she would whip me all the time. And I just called it whip, but she used to beat me. And okay, that was a different culture. I grew up in Africa, and like they would whip you. Even at school, they would do that to you. And then my father was more like he was more like calming, and he would use his words more, that sort of thing. So it was kind of a dichotomy, right? And so as a result, words of affirmation was important to me, but I don't take them to be like, oh, because somebody says something kind to me, that just means that's I reached my full potential now. I'm harder on myself than I think anybody else could ever be on me, because I know all of my stuff, right? I know all of my stuff. So I'm harder on myself. The next thing is ultimately I look at myself and then just decide how do I want, what's my next thing and what's my next level that I want to be at. I don't care what I've achieved so far. It's what am I going to continue to achieve? And I do it out of a sense of duty. I escaped a war in Africa, a brutal civil war where people were killed in front of me, grenade threw in my yard, people attacked us, all kinds of stuff happened during this war. I saw my first dead body at 5 years old, and it was a freaking war until I came to America. I came to America when I was 15, 16 years old. So it was like my whole childhood was like war from when I was 5 years old. So a decade plus is just war. Now, I was fortunate enough to get to come to America, escape a war, come to America. And so I understand there's a level of responsibility that I have to produce and deliver on the fact that not many people, not everybody could do that. Not everybody could leave over there and come here. So there's a level of responsibility that I have for being somebody who could. And so I'm always trying to see what my potential is. And that to me is the greatest gift I can give to somebody, is the sense of me becoming the best that I can become in all areas, not just in one area, not just in finances, but what's the best. Every time you look at somebody who's in great shape, you automatically, before that person opens their mouth, you automatically know something about them. You know they're disciplined. You know that they have the ability to push through. You know they have the ability to work hard. Because that represents years of discipline. You already know something about that person. So you can be great in all these different areas of life. And then that lesson of you being disciplined is a gift to somebody. The lesson of you pushing through to succeed is a gift to somebody. The lesson of you becoming successful is a gift to somebody. The lesson of you making a ton of money, a shit ton of money, is a gift to somebody. Because not just your ability to make money, you can also teach other people that. Because people are like, hey, how did you create this success? I want to learn. That's how I got started in the financial industry. I met somebody who was successful in that field, and I was like, hey, how can I do what you're doing? That's how I got started, because that person has some success. So your success is an example and a gift to other people, because then you can help them. You can't help people if you're not successful. Success isn't just about money. You can be successful with your family. You can be successful in many, many areas of life. But if you're not successful, then you have to construct that, and that becomes your gift. Your life becomes your gift to other people. And then what you do to help them becomes an additional gift on top of that. So that's kind of my message and gift for you guys today. Anything you want to add or say?
Well, I just concur. One thing that you had mentioned about lying to yourself about doing better is I would lie to myself that I was doing worse. Like I would invalidate the things that I was doing well because I was so used to being in survival mode.
Yeah.
So like it goes both ways, where don't lie to yourself and say that you are doing better than you are, and don't lie to yourself and say that you suck at everything and you can't do shit. Because both ways, it's like you have to be able to look at reality, what is really happening, and then what can you do to get to the next level? How can you contribute?
Yeah. So, hey, if you guys, we're going to be going live 9:30 a.m. Eastern time every day. We'll go live on YouTube.
Bringing it back.
YouTube, Instagram, something we did, and we traveled and got busy and all that kind of stuff. And then that just kind of, usually it's because we get super busy and then we can't hop on 9:30 every morning. But we'll be doing a show in a format centered around personal development and financial development. So we teach all kinds of different things in our business. So Chelsea and I got a combined 25 years of experience in the financial industry. So we do all kinds of different things for our clients, everything from private real estate deals to using life insurance to become your own bank to retirement planning. All these different things are things we actually help our clients implement, not just teach it through a course or something. We help our clients actually put these things into place and use them to be successful and use them as tools in life. And then we built a great network of people around us that can also help them. So our network becomes their network when people are clients of ours. So if you want help in the area of your finances, you're a business owner and you're thinking, hey, I want to see how my business can do better. We've got a partnership with, we formed a consulting company with two great consultants. Even if you need business capital, is something that we have a lending division for our business where we can help you get capital for different things you're doing. So our goal is to help people flourish and prosper in all areas of life. And we do that by using these platforms to communicate with people, and then they engage with us and we figure out how we can help them. Then we have different things and ways we can help them. So if you need help in any of those areas, send us a message, send us a DM, and we'll talk to you about some of the different things we do and how we can be helpful to you. All right, guys. So thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow, 9:30.
Bye.